Bien, señores. Hola, ¿qué tal? Los saluda Duxativa. Bienvenidos al gameplay de Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker edición HD. Y vamos a ver cómo nos va. Cuidado que te matan. Cuidado que te matan, Mr. Miewi. La pantalla está correcta ahí. Creo que sí. Así que vamos. Ok, vean esto. Selección de juego. Extras, eliminar. Nueva partida, partida nueva. En español. Este es lo que continúa del Metal Gear el 3, no el Snake Eater. Escribe tu nombre de jugador. Puedes usar como máximo quien. Ah, su madre, pero yo no sé usar esta huevada. A ver. Dux. I give my life. Na, 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 na. Yes. Duxativa. Selecciona el esquema de control. Tipo de disparos, la mierda. Es parecida a la Metal Gear 4. Tipo de acciones, confesión es parecida a la de MPO. Tipo de cazador, confesión es parecida a la saga Monster Hunter Freedom. Ah, la mierda. ¿Qué es MPO, weón? Multi... no sé. Bueno, la de Metal Gear 4 escogeré pues, ¿no? Tipo de disparos. Apuntar arma. Tipo acción. Tipo cazador. ¿Y el zoom cómo lo hago? Tipo de disparos. Ok. Está bien, el tipo acción estaría bien. Cambiar cámara, restaurar cámara. Agacharse, tumbarse. Ok, creo que está bien así, ¿eh? ¿Qué mierda? Aguanta, aguanta. Ok. Está un poquito complicado esto porque te ponen varias cosas, pero bueno, vamos a ver cómo nos va, ¿eh? Este juego en realidad es de la PSP, PlayStation Portable. Bueno. Corría el año 1964, el mundo en plena Guerra Fría se encontraba dividido entre este y oeste. Uno de los grandes héroes estadounidenses había desertado de la USSR, de la Unión Soviética, ¿no? Era The Boss, la madre de las fuerzas especiales y la soldado que había dirigido a los aliados a la victoria en la Segunda Guerra Mundial. Sin embargo, la cabeza mundial nuclear, weón, en miniatura de fabricación americana que se había llevado... Ah, dejan leer, pues, puta madre. Ante la perspectiva de una guerra nuclear a gran escala, los líderes de las grandes potencias se reunieron en secreto para evitar el Armagedón. La Unión Soviética necesitaba pruebas contundentes de la inocencia de los descendientes del tío Sam, y exigió a Estados Unidos que eliminase a uno de sus soldados más legendarios, The Boss. La misión se la encargaron a uno de sus aprendices más cercanos, un soldado conocido como Snake. Snake emprendió un angustioso viaje a territorio enemigo para finalmente enfrentarse a The Boss y matarla en la fortaleza de Grozny Grog. Ah, no dejó leer ni mierda. Tras salvar el mundo, Snake fue considerado un gran héroe y le otorgaron el título de Big Box, o sea, una caja gigante, ¿no? Big Box. Sin embargo, después de la ceremonia de premios, Snake desapareció. Por ahí salió que había creado el Foxhound. No nos mientan. No me mientas. Tu mami. Tu mami. No lo que dan HD, ¿eh? Así que esto continúa del Metal Gear 3, señores, jugándolo en orden cronológico para que no se pierda la historia. Están en Francia. Ah, está de Colombia. Chucha, pero decía... ¡Ah, carajo! En Colombia, cuidado con los colombianos. Para mí que las FARC nacieron por culpa de Big Boss.
¡Boss!
Libertad o muerte. ¿Vieron que está mal escrito libertad?
Boss! Wanna go around?
Look alive, ladies! The boss is gonna join us! Show him how it's done, boss! Your first priority in enemy territory is knowing your surroundings. Your life depends on where you are looking, and how fast you can identify your targets. Therefore, you must first master moving your line of sight. To move your line of sight, use the right stick. Now when I give you an order, look in that direction. Look up! Good! Look down! Good! You should be familiar with the up and down controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay! Next we'll check your left and right. Look right! Good! Look left! Good! You should be familiar with the left and right controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay! You can change the controls anytime in Options. Go with the method that works best for you. Next, I'll explain how to change stances. If you just stand there like an idiot in front of an enemy, you might as well kill yourself now! At times, you will need to get low to avoid detection. You have 3 stances: stand, crouch, and lying down. To change stances, use the crouch button. Tap the crouch button to change between standing and crouching. You can move in either stance. Hold the crouch button and keep it held to lie down. However, you cannot move while you are lying down. I'll say that again. You cannot move while lying down. Is that clear? Good. Next, we'll work on your movement. Use the left stick to move around. Tilt it a little to walk slowly. Tilt farther to run. Decide which to use based on your situation. Remember that your footsteps are louder when running, making you easier to discover. Be careful!
Ahí está.
Good! Now we have rolling. Rolling is useful for knocking down enemies in your way, and for getting away when surrounded. You can also use it to jump over small ditches and other obstacles. To roll, tap the crouch button while running. You got that? Tap the crouch button while running! Don't forget it!
Ya, ok, no me grites.
That's it! Next, I will explain how to attack without gunfire.
Este es el tutorial.
You may run into an enemy unexpectedly. You may not have a weapon on you, or you may be out of ammo. You'll still need an effective attack strategy. One well-placed strike and the enemy won't know what hit him. To strike an enemy, press the attack button while standing still. On my command, press the attack button repeatedly and take down your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss! Next, we're gonna practice using the stun rod. Hitting someone with the stun rod will shock them with 1.5 million volts. Anyone on the receiving end of that is guaranteed to be out cold. To use the stun rod, press the aim button to ready it, then press the attack button. You'll be glad to know we're using mock stun rods for this training session. When your partner attacks, make him believe it's the real deal. Prepare yourself for stun rod training.
Ok.
Go.
I'm ready, boss.
Pobrecito, cómo lo estamos puteando.
Impressive, boss! Now we'll move on to CQC. CQC, or Close Quarters Combat, refers to when engaging an enemy in battle at very close range. It is a quick and efficient way of eliminating a threat. There are various CQC techniques. We will go over each of them. Don't get cocky because you think you know them. This will be different from what you're used to. Pretend you are learning it for the first time. The first technique is throwing your opponent. To do this, position yourself near your opponent and press the attack button while you tilt the left stick. Be sure to press the attack button when the icon appears. Now, wait for my command and throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Es la verga.
Impressive, boss! Next, I'm going to teach you how to restrain an opponent close to you. This is a cornerstone of CQC. Grab hold of an enemy, and the bastard's life is in your hands. What you do from there is up to you. Just know that if you restrain him for too long, the average person will most likely pass out. Something to keep in mind. Let's begin. To restrain your opponent, hold down the attack button while near them. Restrain your opponent on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Impressive, boss! Now we will throw your opponent after restraining them. To throw an enemy to the ground, press a direction on the left stick when you
Todo el
have them
tutorial,
restrained.
Su madre.
Restrain your opponent and throw them on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
A la verga.
Fine work, boss!
No sé cómo hacer eso.
Now we will
Bien.
try CQC against multiple enemy opponents. You can also take out a group of enemies by throwing an opponent you have restrained. First, restrain an opponent by pressing the attack button near them. Then, tilt the left stick to throw them. By tilting the left stick toward other enemies, you can send your captive flying straight into them. On my command, restrain and then throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
A ver. Ahí está.
Fine work, boss! Again! Go!
Otra vez.
Fine work, boss! All right! Why don't we do something special since the boss is here? Anyone who feels like getting their ass kicked, step forward. Don't hold back, boss. When you're surrounded by multiple enemies, you'll have to take them on one after the other. To do it, simply press the attack button again while throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Todos contra mí. Tun, 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 tun.
Fine work, boss!
Los puteé a todos. Otra vez. Ah.
I'm ready, boss.
Tan, 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 tan. Tan, 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 tan. Ah. Oye, soy
Fine
el
work,
mejor.
boss! And stop! That's it for today! Thank you, boss!
De nada.
Snake!
Parece que alguien me encontró. ¡Ah! Me muero. Mr. Gatti. Snake.
What's going on, Kaz?
We've got guests.
Time to move.
Don't worry, it's not our friends from Langley. I brought him. Made sure we won't fall.
Thank you, Big Boss.
Call me Snake.
Sorry, Vic Boss.
Listen up. For us, there is no victory.
But in revolution, doesn't one triumph or die?
We don't do either.
Oh, se va Big Boss. Ahora sí está escrito bien, libertad o muerte. Café colombiana.
Here.
Ah, thank you.
¿Es cero? ¿O me parece?
I feel like a new man. There's no coffee like Costa Rican coffee.
Carajo, ¿no sé le que está en Colombia?
So, what brings a distinguished scholar from the Costa Rican government to Colombia?
Professor Galvez comes from Costa Rica's University for Peace.
You see, over the past year, there have been sightings of an armed group in Costa Rica. They're not ours, of course.
Costa Rica doesn't have an army.
Correct. Article 12 of our Constitution states that the Army as a permanent institution is abolished.
The Peace Constitution.
You think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua?
No, they don't appear to be guerrillas. They're far too organized.
What's your government's take?
The authorities in San Jose claim it's a multinational security firm, hired by the Development Corporation of Costa Rica. Lies, obviously. They're bringing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment by the shipload.
Where'd they get that kind of cash?
I fear La CIA may be involved.
The CIA.
As you both know, the United States views Central America as its backyard. Even after Cuba, we've managed to maintain a delicate balance with the US.
And your government can't just give them the boot?
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Japan's constitution has something similar. Article 9. It says Japan renounces war and can't maintain an army.
I understand that you and your men have neither state nor ideology. That you will fight any foe. Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country. We come to you, the Militaires Sans Frontières.
So, you want to hire us?
Yes, as our deterrent. We can't afford to pay much, it's true. But we can offer you this. A forward operating base. An offshore plant in the Caribbean.
Sounds pretty good to me. This place is becoming a mess anyway. Snake, we need someplace we can settle down.
The government's agreed to cooperate. Unofficially, of course.
A chopper for transport would be nice too.
I'll see what I can do.
Hold it. You seem to think we're just a pack of dogs of war. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I've heard. You're an army without a state.
No, we've only left our countries behind.
Please, you must help us.
If your suspicions are true, force isn't gonna do any good. You'll have to find a political solution.
The government's hands are tied.
Go back to your bosses in San Jose. Tell them if they want, I'll introduce them to a negotiator I know.
No. I'm not here on their behalf.
So, what are you doing here?
For over 20 years, I've preached the virtues of peace at multiple universities. Tonight, I stand before you as an educator. This is my student. She came to me to study peace. Her name is Paz. Paz Ortega.
Se le da por el Ortega y parece la caperucita rota.
Peace.
No
Curioso,
kidding.
¿no?
That's my name too. Kazuhira. It's Japanese for peace. Pleased to meet you, Paz. Call
Ya
me
se la quiere culear.
Kaz.
They've got a supply port north of Puerto Limon, a town in la Costa del Mar Caribe. A few days ago, Paz stumbled upon that facility while searching for a lost friend. She was captured. She's only a child, 16 years old. They did terrible things to her, but somehow she managed to escape. Oh, thank God.
¿La violaron?
She's huérfana. Her mother died when she was small, and she lost her grandparents in the Civil War.
Ah, puedo ver detrás, mira.
She hates war with a passion like no other.
Somos unos pajeros.
My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake. It is my one and only purpose. Get
Maldita
them
sea.
out of my country. Make them leave Costa Rica.
Sorry, kid.
We know who you are, Big Boss. That is why we've come to you.
Bueno, ya saben quién es el Big Bolas. Ese es Saya. El gran Big Bolas. ¿Qué pasa, señor gato? ¿No estás feliz? Prólogo. Un ejército sin fronteras. Así como metería el 4, ¿no? Que sale así con su canción bien loca, así. 10 de noviembre de 1974, en el Caribe de Costa Rica.
Miller here. Do you copy, Snake? I see you've landed. That makes one giant leap for us. I'm sending this from the offshore plant, our mother base. The signal is unidirectional. I'll be giving you commands and advice through this channel. Keep your headphones on at all times and pay attention. Also, make sure no one else can listen in. Snake, are you clear on the controls? Take a minute to refresh your memory. Use the left stick to move. Use the right stick to adjust your view. To change your settings, use the start button to open the menu.
Y bueno, vamos a dejarlo hasta acá. Porque, a ver, creo que acá lo... Mapa de la región, mensaje, investiga. Ok, vamos a dejarlo hasta acá. Así que yo me despido, gente Fiduxa. Y nos veremos hasta la próxima. Saludos, bye. Dejen su me gusta para más Metal Gear. Ya saben, si quieren más videitos. Está loco esta weá, Bye.